Amid growing fears of a possible conflict between the United States and Iran, Saudi Arabia appears to be growing increasingly alarmed about the rapidly shifting balance of power in the Middle East. In response to these regional tensions, Saudi Arabia is reportedly exploring a major defense deal with South Korea to procure the advanced KF-21 Boramae fighter jets, a move aimed at strengthening its air combat capabilities. This development was first reported by the defense news outlet Defense Security Asia on February 2nd, after credible sources confirmed ongoing discussions between Riyadh and Seoul. The news comes as Riyadh faces mounting pressure to diversify its military partnerships and reduce over-reliance on traditional suppliers in order to secure a more resilient defense supply chain. Recently, multiple reports suggested that Saudi Arabia has also been making a strong push to acquire its very first fleet of submarines, marking a historic expansion of its naval power. During the ongoing talks over the KF-21 Boramae fighter jets, the Saudi Air Force commander visited Korea Aerospace Industries, signaling deepening cooperation between the two nations. Korea Aerospace Industries, or KAI, described the visit as part of an ongoing and strategic exchange of knowledge, technology, and military expertise between Seoul and Riyadh. The Saudi delegation was given a detailed and comprehensive presentation on the Boramae fighter jet's capabilities, including its design, avionics, and future upgrade potential. In one striking image that drew international attention, the Saudi commander was photographed seated inside the cockpit of a KF-21 jet, which was draped in the flag of Saudi Arabia, according to media reports. Parallel to its Air Force modernization, Saudi Arabia is reportedly working toward the acquisition of diesel-electric submarines to expand and strengthen its maritime defenses. To this end, Riyadh is in advanced-level discussions with Italy's Fincantieri shipbuilding company to potentially purchase the formidable Tadaro-class submarines, as reported by defense analysts. This particular development was highlighted by the news outlet Defense Security Asia in a report published on January 28, citing sources familiar with the matter. Meanwhile, tensions in the region intensified after reports emerged that the US president had declared America will no longer share its military strategies on Iran with its Gulf allies. President Donald Trump made this bold statement during an interview with Fox News on January 31st, creating waves across diplomatic circles. Additionally, Trump challenged Iran directly, daring it to attack America's Arab allies following Ayatollah Khamenei's recent televised threats against US interests in the region. Trump further urged Iran to return to the negotiating table and end its nuclear program peacefully, warning that refusal could ultimately lead to a devastating war.
What is the issue between the US and Iran? What is this confrontation that has existed between Iran and the US for more than 40 years? What is the issue? In my opinion, the issue can be summed up in two words. The first two words are that the US wants to take Iran by force. The people of Iran and the Islamic Republic are preventing it. The US wants to take Iran by force. The US has said that the US wants to take Iran by force. The issue can be summed up in two words. The US wants to take Iran by force. His actions single-handedly inflame the responsibility US should take responsibility of preventing it. The US was ready to modify for years what had happened at that time. 30 years. More than 30 years. The Americans were in Iran. They had oil. They had politics. They had security. They had relations with the world. Everything was in their hands. They did whatever they wanted to do for 30 years. Their hands are tied. They want to go back to the time of Pahlavi. The people of Iran are firmly standing. Their chests are outstretched, and they are resisting. This is the enemy. This is the enemy. I don't know the rest of the words about human rights, but these are free words they are saying. This is the problem. This is the problem. Iran is firmly standing, and it will firmly stand, and hopefully it will not be disturbed by the music. This is the enemy. This is the enemy. When you hear them talking about war, saying things like, we'll come with this plane or that plane and do this or that, it's nothing new. The Americans have threatened us repeatedly in the past, saying all options on the table, which includes the option of war. They've always said these things. Similarly, this person constantly claims they've brought warships, but the Iranian nation shall not be intimidated by these things. The Iranian people will not be stirred by these threats. They do not fear a fair confrontation. We are not the initiators and do not want to attack any country. But the Iranian nation will strike a strong blow against anyone who attacks and harasses them. Also, Americans should know that if they start a war, this time it will be a regional war.
Sir, on Iran, the Supreme Leader today said that U.S. attack could spark a regional war.
We have the biggest, most powerful ships in the world over there, very close, a couple of days, and hopefully we'll make a deal. If we don't make a deal, then we'll find out whether or not he was right.
Over the past few weeks, both Iran and the United States have exchanged heated threats, with tensions flaring largely in the aftermath of widespread protests and political unrest. In preparation for any escalation, the United States has deployed several warships, fighter aircraft, and advanced missile defense systems across critical areas of the Middle East. A powerful nuclear-powered aircraft carrier has been deployed to the CENTCOM area of responsibility, marking a significant show of strength in the strategically vital waters of the Arabian Sea. This carrier is positioned to enhance maritime security and maintain readiness across one of the world's most volatile regions, reflecting Washington's renewed focus on deterrence and rapid response. On board the carrier is a formidable fleet that includes the F-35C Lightning II stealth fighters, cutting-edge jets known for their advanced radar-evading technology and superior combat range. Complementing these stealth fighters are multiple squadrons of F/A-18E and F-Super Hornets, the U.S. Navy's primary multi-role fighters, proven for both air-to-air combat and precision ground strikes. The deployment also features the EA-18G Growler electronic attack aircraft, a critical asset capable of jamming enemy radar systems and suppressing hostile air defenses to dominate the electronic battlefield. Supporting the carrier strike group are nuclear-powered attack submarines, operating silently beneath the waves to provide reconnaissance, deterrence, and unmatched strike capability when needed. In response, Iran has issued severe warnings, threatening to launch attacks on U.S. bases in the region and vowing not to spare America's allies, including Israel and several Arab nations.